Stunning artwork, mesmerizing music, entire films, storytelling in the blink of an eye. Generative AI has the power to create whole new worlds. This is an example of a generative AI application to create images. I'm going to put in a few prompts. Dog at beach, press enter, create. Wow. Within seconds, the system created a picture based on my prompts. But the truth is, these hands peaked at stick figure long ago. So it begs the question, does AI really make you a creator?
It's the opposite of creativity. It's like anti-creative.
AI generators rely on databases of already existing art and text and meshing them together, essentially like taking a slice from several different cakes and creating a whole cake. Would you consider that baking?
They're available to the system because they exist on the internet. I don't know of any artist who has opted into this.
Perhaps that depends on whose lens you're looking through.
What AI is doing is basically scraping the internet millions of times per week, probably billions of times per month, and taking the work of individual artists like me and putting it into their image data set. So it's identity theft, it's counterfeit.
Dale Stefanos has built a career on his love of illustration, which spills from his talented hands onto canvas. The realistic portraits have been published around the world in major publications. They hang in galleries. The images pull you in.
And a lot of that is based on not necessarily the pictures that you make, but the ideas that you bring. And of course, those ideas are informed by the experiences you have, which is an extremely human thing.
His is among the growing voices in the art world who are raising the AI red flag.
A lot of things on the internet, people think if it's there for the taking. But these are copyrighted images. This is the work of people who have a point of view and worked hard to form an artistic identity based on their experiences. And the difference between that and AI is you can just type in a prompt and it gives you something that looks like their work. Now you get into the debate of what is creativity worth, right? Why create?
That is one ethical question. The other, when does art or impersonation border on misinformation or become flat out dangerous? One might argue that Pope Francis wearing a long white puffer jacket is comical. What about the photos of former President Trump getting arrested? Or what about an image that isn't even a real person? Would you be able to spot the fake?
It doesn't do hands well. It's weird with teeth, weird with eyes and smiles.
So Dale, this is fascinating to me because it looks so real. But you said even in this image, you look for the edging and different elements.
As you really look at it, little things start to pop out, like the blur on her mouth is weird. The dimples, not the same resolution as the cheek.
And the shadowing here even looks slightly manipulated.
I check the edges. This is a suspect edge right here.
Do you think we will be to the point, and probably someday soon, where you won't be able to distinguish?
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, it's getting so good so fast.
Dale says he is diving into the technology not for personal use, but for self-preservation.
My attitude has been, I want to jump in the car and go for a ride along with the gang that's planning on breaking into my house and taking all my stuff. I want to know what it's up to.
Will AI replace artists? Not likely. Anyone who paints, draws, or writes knows that the gift isn't the end result, but the process that brings art to life.
And we should mention that Dale Stefanos is the husband of New Center 5's Maria Stefanos, who just walked through the studio, by the way. He's long been outspoken, though, about the subject of protecting artists' work.
Yeah, and there are people online creating images using AI and then trying to profit by copywriting those images. Artists say these new AI images contain pieces of their original work, and many of the new AI apps are not paying for the material they are pulling from. So the question remains, can you copyright a prompt.
There are a lot of questions that remain. Up next, a prescription for progress?